Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about how Git and GitHub works. So we'll see the implementation of Git and GitHub. So what we are going to learn today, first we'll see the Git setup, then we'll see the Git commands, then we'll see the GitHub setup, and lastly we'll see Git and GitHub connection. So first step is how to do Git setup. Git is nothing but a global information tracker. So go to your browser, right click, open, go to Google, type download Git Bash for Windows 64-bit. Since I am using 64-bit Windows system, so I'll be downloading it for Windows 64-bit. If you are using Windows 32-bit, then you have to download it for Windows 32-bit. Other than Windows, if you are using Linux, Mac, then you have to download accordingly. So go to the first tab, Others GIT for Windows download, right click on it, open link in new tab. You can see over here the options listed: 32-bit GIT for Windows setup, 64-bit GIT for Windows setup. Now I am using 64-bit, so I'll be downloading this one. Click on it, say save file. It will get downloaded like this. Once it gets downloaded, you can see over here GIT 64-bit exe file. So right click on it, click on run, say next, say again next, keep on doing next, and lastly you say install. Select this checkbox launch Git Bash and say finish. Your Git Bash will be launched. This is a Git Bash window. Okay, if it is successfully installed, then in the browser automatically this page will get open where you can see the introduction, license and versions of Git for Windows. So you can go through the documentation of the Windows and the previous versions of the Git Bash over here and then close it. So this way you have to do the setup for Git in Windows. The link for downloading Git Bash on Windows is given in the description box for both 32 and 64-bit. You can download it from there. Step number 2 is Git commands. So now we'll learn all the Git commands. So first we'll see what is Git version command does. Then we'll see Git config command, Git init command, Git status command, Git add command, Git commit command, Git log command, Git branch command, Git checkout command, Git merge, and lastly we'll see Git remote and Git push commands. So these are the commands we are going to learn inside Git. So we'll go to the Git Bash, go in the start and just type Git Bash. You can see over here Git Bash app is shown. So click on that. Automatically your black screen window will get open. So now this is our Git Bash window. So here we have to execute all the command. So first we'll see what is there by default on the screen. So you can see my name is there on the screen. Then my laptop name is there and I'm using Windows 64-bit. So that is what shown over here. And by default I am in the master branch. And every command in the Git always start with the $sign. So first command we'll see is which GIT version I am using. I want to check it. So I'll write GIT 2 dashes and write the version. So we have to write the keyword GIT every time. Whenever you use any GIT command, we have to write the dollar first, and after dollar you have to write the keyword GIT. And everywhere you have to keep one space. After writing GIT, keep the space and write 2 dashes and write the version. Enter. See, it is showing me I am using GIT version 2.30.0 for Windows. So this way you can check the version of the GIT which you are using on your system. Now I want to register myself with the GIT as a user. So how to register myself? Using GIT config command. I can register all my details, but the two details by default you have to register is your username and email. Using GIT config global, then write the user keyword, user.username. Here you can write anything. You can just write the, instead of username, you can even write the name. And write your name inside the codes. Since it is a string, you have to write it inside the codes. So I am registering my name inside the Git Bash software. Then I'll register my email ID also. So git config, same command, 2 dashes, then write global keyword, space, user, I'm the user. Now I am registering my email ID. So I'll write email over here. You can write email ID also like this. I'm just writing email. So write your email which you are using. So once you register your username and email ID, click on enter again. To see whether you are actually registered or not, you have to use the command git config list. Okay, git config list will list the detail of the user who is registered. Okay, click on enter. Now I can see my name and my email. So my name is registered and my email ID is also registered. If you want any help regarding any of the commands, then you can use git config help command. It will open one page in the browser where you can get the details about all the commands and the description about those commands. Now if I want to go to desktop, I have to change the directory to desktop. So use the command cd space desktop. What is the meaning of cd? Cd means change directory. Directory is nothing but a folder. Whichever folder I am in, I have to change it to the desktop. I want to come inside the desktop folder. Enter. Now if you can see over here, I am inside the desktop folder. There is a slash and desktop word I can see over here. That means now I am inside the desktop folder. Now on the desktop, if I want to create one folder, so I can create the folder through the git bash. I don't have to go to the desktop and create the folder manually over here by right clicking and new folder. I don't have to do that. I can create it using the git bash. So how to create the folder? Use the command mkdir space, give the name to your folder. Okay, so now this is the name of my folder, that is demo folder. And directory command is what? Mkdir, meaning make directory. Mk for make and dir for directory. So I'm making the new directory or new folder named demo folder where I'm creating it on the desktop. So click on enter. Now if I go to desktop, I can see the folder with the name demo folder is created. If you open it, you can see it is empty. Nothing is there inside my folder. So now I want to create one file inside the folder which I have created. So for creating the file, there is a command called as touch. Give the name of the file session.txt. Okay, you have to, along with the file name, you have to give the extension also of the file. Now I want to create the text file. So I'll give the extension as .txt for my file. And name of the file is session. So session.txt. And the command used for creating the file is touch. Click on enter. Now if you see, your demo folder is still empty. I have created the file called as session.txt, but it is not inside the demo folder still. Why? Because it got created on the desktop session.txt, because I'm still inside the desktop. If you see over here, I'm still inside the desktop and not inside my folder. So I have to go to the folder first using the cd space, write the name of the folder. So click on enter. Now if you see, I am on the desktop, but on the desktop I'm inside my demo folder. So now if I create the session.txt file, it will get created inside the demo folder. So again I'll create now touch session.txt, enter. Now we'll again go and check demo folder, open it. I can see session.txt file got created. Now if I open it, the file is empty. I want to put some content inside this file. So that also I can do using the git bash. So how to put the content? You can use the echo command. Echo. Now I'll give the content as hello world. Put it inside the quotes. Whatever content you write, you have to always put it inside the quotes. If it is a single word, then you don't have to put. But if it is more than one word, you have to put the content inside the quotes always. Use this greater than symbol and write the file name, that is session.txt, meaning inside which file you want to put this content. Hello world. I want to put it inside session.txt and enter. Now if I go to my folder and open my file, there is a hello world text written inside it. If I want to put one more line, so I can again use echo command. My first program, put it inside the quotes, then again use greater than symbol. If I use only single greater than symbol, then what will happen? The previous content which I have wrote hello world will be removed from the session.txt file. I don't want to remove my previous content. So after hello world, I want my first program should come, this line to come. So I have to use one more time greater than symbol and then write session.txt. Now it will append my content in the file rather than removing the previous content. So if I enter and I go to my file, I can see hello world and my first program, both are there. Nothing is removed. So this way you can write as much as content you want in your file using this echo command. Echo is for writing the content in your file. Now I have created the folder, I have created the file, I have created the content also inside the file. Now I want to connect this folder which is there on the desktop, this demo folder, to GIT software. So how to connect to GIT? So that GIT can track all the changes made by my folder using git init command. meaning git initialize. Enter. You'll get this message called as initialize empty git repository in this path. Okay, so that is inside my demo folder. So I'll go to my demo folder. See, inside my demo folder there is a git folder. So once this git folder is there, you should know that your demo folder is connected to git. So now whatever you do inside this folder, 100 files also if you add and you modify them, you delete any file, all the changes will be tracked by this git software. So if you can't see the git on folder inside your machine even after executing this git init command, then you can just go to view. You can see over here options. Inside option you can see change folder and search option. Click on that. Again go to view and you just have to select this radio button, show hidden files, and then say apply and OK. Your git folder will be shown over here. Now next command is you have to check the status. Now you have connected your demo folder to git. So we need to check the status using git status command. Enter. Now if you see, your folder is connected to git but your file is not added into git yet. Okay, so this session.txt is shown in red color, so you have to add this file to git. So how to add? Using git add command. Which file I am adding? Session.txt. So write git add and the file name. If there are more than one files are there, then you can directly write, and all are of type txt only, then you can just write star.txt, meaning all the files of type txt inside demo folder will be added into git. Now if I have only one file, so I'll directly write the name of that file and enter. So if you get any warning and all, just ignore it. Your file will get added. You can check it using git status command. See, now you can see new file is there inside git, that is session.txt. It is shown in the green color, that means it is added to git software now. Now git is going to track it, but it is not committed. So how to commit? Using git commit command. -mm for message and write the message first commit. You can make many commits in the future if you create more files. So you just give the message first commit, second commit, third commit, that way. So this is my first commit. So I'm giving the message as first commit. Enter. Now if you see, master is the branch name. Inside the master branch, one file got permanently added, and the whatever changes you make to that file will be tracked by git software. Now I'll make some changes to my file. I'll add more content using echo. Suppose I'll add my file. Okay, I want to write this line, my file, inside session.txt. Click on enter. I'll go to the folder and check whether it is added or not. Open session.txt. You can see my file content is added inside my session.txt file. Now I'll again check the status of git just to check whether git is keeping track of my file or not. So enter. See, now git is telling your session.txt file was recently modified. This way git is keeping track of everything what you do inside your file and folder. So now if I want to check who has done the changes and what time, for that there is a command called as git log. Log command will tell you who has made the changes to your file and when. See, I can see the author, my name, and my email ID which I have registered is coming over here. That means I have made the changes, and on this date, this time I have made the changes. So next command is you can create a multiple branches. You can create your own branch. Now by default, master branch is present only in the git bash software. But if you want to create your own branch, you don't want to put the content inside master branch, you want to create your own branch, then for that there is a command called as git branch. I'm giving the name as branch name as tutorial and enter. So I've created a new branch called tutorial, but I'm still inside the master branch. You can see I want to come inside the tutorial branch now. For that there is a command called as git checkout and write the branch name under which you want to come. So tutorial, enter. Now if you see, you have switched from master branch to tutorial branch. So now in the blue color brackets you can see tutorial instead of master. So now whatever you will be creating, it will be get saved in tutorial branch, not in master. So by default, whatever was there in master will get copied into tutorial. Okay, you can check it using ls command, ls for list, to see what is there inside the tutorial branch. You can see session.txt is there. By default, whatever was there in master branch will get copied into all the new branches, because master is the original branch. Since you are not creating it, it is there by default inbuilt. So whatever content is also there inside it will get copied in all the new branches. That's why session.txt is getting copied into tutorial. If there were 100 files inside a master branch, all those 100 files would have got copied into tutorial. Now inside the tutorial branch, I want to create one file. So using touch command, I'm creating the file called as program.txt. So I've created the file called as program.txt. I'll go to my folder. I can see over here program.txt file is there. So that program.txt file I'll open. It is empty. I want to write some content inside this file also. So I'll write the content using echo command. My new file. This is the content I want to put. Inside which file now? Program.txt. Click on enter. Now if I go to program.txt file, you can see this content got created, my new file. Now I'll just check the git status. You can see it is telling session.txt is modified and program.txt is untracked file, meaning what? It is not added inside git yet. You have just created it, not added. So every time whenever you create the file, any new file, you have to use git add command for adding that file into git using git add and the file name. So now I'll again check the status. Now you can see new file program.txt is added inside your git. So now I have to commit it. Now I'm doing second commit. So now your second file is also committed inside the git. So you can check the git status. Over here you can see no changes added to commit. Okay, no changes are required in commit. Everything is committed. Now I'll just switch to master branch using git checkout command. If you want to change the branch, if you want to come from tutorial branch to master or from master to tutorial, you have to use the checkout command. So git checkout, give the name of the branch which you want to go inside. I want to go inside my master branch. So git checkout master and click on enter. So now if you see, you have come inside the master branch. Now just go to the folder and check. See, I've created program.txt file. I've put the content also inside that file, but that file is only not showing over here. Okay, only session.txt file is showing. Why? Because I have come inside the master branch and inside master only one file is there, that is session. Your new branch content won't get copied into master, but a master branch content will get copied into all your branches because master is the default and original branch. So now I'm in the master branch, so I'm not able to see my program.txt file. So branches are sometimes used to hide your data. Now if I go back to tutorial branch using git checkout tutorial and hit enter, I'll come inside my tutorial branch and I can see the program.txt file also now inside my folder. Now both the files are showing, program.txt also and session.txt also. Okay, so this way the branches works. Now next step is how to do GitHub setup. Now we have executed all the commands which were required in Git. Now we have to connect Git to GitHub because you want to upload our code or project on the GitHub which we have created inside demo folder. So how to connect it to GitHub? So for that we have to do the GitHub setup first. So right click on your browser, open it, go to Google and type GitHub. You can see the first tab, GitHub, where the world builds software. So right click on that, open in the new tab. So you will be redirected to GitHub website. On the GitHub website, you can see the sign in button. Click on that. If you have not registered, you have to go to sign up and register yourself first. Now I have already registered, so I will go to sign in. Okay, you have to put your email address and the password and click on sign in. So now I am logged in inside the GitHub. You have to do the login. So once you do the login, you have to go at the corner over here where your profile photo and your user ID name will be displayed. Okay, so my user ID name I can see over here, and here you will see many option. At the end you will see sign out option. Okay, so we'll go to the your repository option. Click on that, your repository. What is the meaning of the word repository? Repository is nothing but a place where your data is stored. So now click on new. Give the same repository name which you have given in the Git based software. Now what was my repository name in Git? It was demo folder. So same repository name I have to give in GitHub also. So I'm giving the name demo folder. Now you want to give the description about your project, like this is my PHP project, suppose to develop shopping website. All the details you can provide over here inside the description, and it is optional. If you don't want to provide, you can keep it empty also. Then you have to select public or private. Public means entire world can see your project or your code which you have posted on the GitHub. Okay, GitHub is nothing but a social networking website, but it is social networking for whom? For programmers or developers who share their codes with each other using using GitHub. Long description if you want to write, you can put it over here inside the readme file. Okay, about description only short summary you can write, but here in readme file you can write the long description of your project. Once you are done with this, you can click on create repository. So now your repository got created, called as demo folder. Now I want to transfer my files which are there inside my demo folder. I'll go to desktop. Inside my demo folder, you can see there are two files are there, program.txt and session.txt. I want to transfer both the files on the GitHub now using Git. So how to transfer? Just copy this second last command which is there over here, git remote add origin https github.com. Copy this command. Remote means which is there far, like GitHub is on the hosted on the cloud, whereas Git is on my local machine. So I have to connect my Git to GitHub. So they are both are remote to each other, far from each other. So I have to connect both of them. So for this I need an internet connection and I have to connect them. So I have to use this command. So copy this command and right click and paste and enter. So now I have connected my Git to GitHub. So I want to push my content which is there inside my folder on the GitHub. So before that I want to view what is being pushed. So git remote -v for viewing, enter. So you can see whatever is there in the demo folder will be fetched first and then it will be pushed. Now I have to use the push command to transfer my files from Git to GitHub. So last command which is there over here, git push, copy it from the GitHub and paste it over here. Right click and paste. Now instead of main you have to write your branch name which you are in. So I'll write the branch name tutorial because I want to transfer both the files, that is program.txt also and session.txt also. If I transfer the content of the master branch, then only session.txt file will be transferred. I want both the files to be transferred, so I am using tutorial branch because program.txt file is there in tutorial branch. So I'll write the name as tutorial, and you can only write this name here tutorial when you are in the tutorial branch. If you are in the master branch, suppose here instead of tutorial, master branch was there in the blue color brackets, then here you have to write master only. Here you cannot write any other branch name. It won't push your content. So make sure the name of the branch which you have written over here should be matching to this name which is there in the bracket. If they are not matching, your content won't be pushed on the GitHub. So now click on enter. You'll get the message over here 100%. If you get this, that means your content is pushed on the GitHub and it is successfully stored on the GitHub. So now we'll go to GitHub and check. Go to your demo folder now, click on it. You can see program.txt and session.txt, both the files are pushed on the GitHub successfully. You can click on the program.txt file. You can see over here the content of the file. If you click on session.txt file, you can see the session.txt file content also over here. Hello world, my first program. And I am in the tutorial branch. Since I have uploaded the content of the tutorial branch, only tutorial branch is shown over here. So tutorial branch content is uploaded on the GitHub. Now I want to merge both the branches, that is tutorial and master branch. I don't want to keep two separate branches. So first I need to go to master branch. So I did a git checkout master to come inside the master branch from tutorial branch. I came inside the master branch. Now I want to merge both the branches. For that I have to use git merge tutorial. So I'm merging the tutorial branch to master. So now tutorial branch is merged with the master branch. So whatever was there in the tutorial branch, that is program.txt, will be added inside master branch now. Now if I go to my folder, I can see program.txt file is there. Earlier it was not there when I came into master branch. So now master branch is showing the content of tutorial branch also because I have merged. Merge means combine tutorial branch and master branch together and made only one branch. So now I want to delete that tutorial branch because anyways I have copied or merged the content of the tutorial branch inside master. So I don't need that tutorial branch. So I want to delete that branch. For that I have the command called as git branch -d for delete and write the branch name tutorial. So I want to delete this branch. Click on enter. So you'll get over here the message called as deleted branch tutorial. So your branch got deleted. So this way you can execute all the commands inside the Git and you can connect the Git to GitHub also and transfer all your code files on the GitHub. So this was all about Git and GitHub. Thank you.